What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Elfnit3ff's here, bring you NFL picks week 14. Let's just go straight into it. First game Thursday night, Vikings versus Cardinals. Adrian Peterson, so I think that was his lowest carry amount this season. I think he had 6 yards total. I don't know, something extremely ridiculously low for one of the best running backs pretty much in the league right now. The Cardinals are doing extremely well. The Vikings are playing at a little bit lower level, and basically, their whole game plan is to stick with it the whole time. Not really high scoring, but if that's the case, I can't see them winning against the Cardinals. They have been pretty well, doing pretty damn good this couple games, pretty much this whole season. Final score: Cardinals 24, Vikings 14. Let's go to Sunday. Bills versus Eagles. Eagles pulled one out against New England. I give them credit for that. DeMarco Murray also didn't have a big game, and yet they still won. I'm expecting, not something like that to happen again. So I'm gonna go Bills 21, Eagles 17. I feel like I've picked the Bills every single week so far. I have no idea why. I'm a Dolphins fan. I can't possibly like the Bills. Don't worry, I'm not rooting for any of these teams. Sorry. Okay, Seahawks, Ravens. The Seahawks have been doing extremely well in the last 2 games. If Russell Wilson continues to play the way he's done in this 2-game span, that Seahawks team is pretty decent, especially with a solid defense. The backup running back is doing extremely well right now. I'll give him that. Final score: Seahawks 28, Ravens 13. 49ers versus Browns. Battle of backup quarterbacks, you could say. The 49ers, surprisingly, they surprised me in the last couple of weeks. Gabbert's pretty good, actually, and, I give him the benefit of the doubt. He was put in a situation, that most backup quarterbacks want to be in, but also don't want to be in, because in that case, it's pretty much losing season. But, overall, I can't see it being, that entertaining, that high scoring. I'm going to go 49ers 24 over Browns 17, though. I think it's going to take a couple games for Manziel to get into a, decent quarterback rating pace. But, with the end of the season going, basically, if you're Manziel, I want to, finish strong so that he gets a starting position next year. We'll see what happens. Falcons versus Panthers. Will the Panthers finally lose? It's not going to be this week, in my opinion. Final score 10-31. People are saying Cam Newton deserves the MVP. If they finish undefeated, I don't see a reason why not. He should not be the MVP. I'm not the biggest Cam Newton fan, but you can't argue with numbers. He's got the highest QBR in the 4th quarter, which means he's pretty damn clutch. He's versatile. He's huge. He's been known to be Superman here and there. So we'll see what he'll do. The Falcons have been going on. They're on that downhill run. Start off really well, and it's just downward slope from here on. I can't see much happening. If there's an upset in this game, then damn, I'll just stop making these videos. I'm just joking. Anyways, Redskins versus Bears. A very important game for the Redskins. They really need to win a couple. Basically that division, NFC East, is open right now, and there's a good chance you're going to have a losing team going into playoffs again. Hey, Seattle did it a couple years back, and they made a run, so you never know what happens. Final score: Redskins 24, Bears 17. Okay, my match for the week: Steelers versus Bengals, 2 AFC North division teams. Steelers need this win mainly because to stay in the hunt for making the wild card. Hey, maybe even winning division. The Bengals lose a couple more. Both teams have been doing, Ben Roethlisberger, I think I saw the stat. They've been averaging 450 total yards in the last 4 or 5 games, which is an NFL record. And then there's Andy Dalton, who's been doing extremely well. He was an early MVP candidate, and hey, don't throw him out of that voting just yet. He's still doing really well. I don't know if Eifert will play, but they've still got a lot of good receivers on that team. However, I'm seeing final score 35-31 Steelers. Antonio Brown, looking to see him doing a lot of damage in the air. I'm seeing a 10 catch game, 180 yards, 2 touchdowns. And that's what Steelers are going to need to win. Hey, Lions versus Rams. This is going to be a type of game. The Lions have been doing really well, though, and the Rams are pretty much at the Rams' pace. So final score 28-13 Lions. Colts versus Jaguars. This is a very important divisional game. Just because the Colts, if they can manage to win their division, they're probably gonna have to play a decent up seed, but it's still better than not making playoffs. to win their division. Basically, you just gotta beat these kind of teams. Matt Hasselbeck's doing really well, and the Jaguars are doing really well too. So I'm seeing it pretty close. 28-24 Colts though in the end. Chargers versus Chiefs. This is, for the Chiefs, they're winning last week. This is very important also. Basically, if you're around that 500 level, you can go to the playoffs at 9-7. So it's very important to win in your division, in your conference. So if the Chiefs get this one, look for them to make a pull for the wild card also. There's a couple of teams in that race right now. So final score, Chiefs 28, Chargers 14. Phillip Rivers started off being Phillip Rivers. Right now, all the injuries have really ruined the Chargers. So, it might be just a sack season and then just build up next year. Saints versus Buccaneers. Buccaneers are doing pretty well. But I still gotta go with the Saints offense just because they did well against Carolina, which shows that they still have what it takes to, put up good points. Saints 31-21. Here's a second rookie quarterback, Titans and Jets. We'll see who does better, Winston or Mariota. But right now, it doesn't matter because I'm saying the Jets win 35-24. Raiders versus Broncos. I was really pulling for the Raiders, but at this point, I can't really go against the Broncos. I really like Osweiler. He's pretty solid. I'm looking for Demaryius Thomas to have a really good game. Final score, Raiders 17, Broncos 28. Cowboys versus Packers. Also a very important game because both teams need to win. Packers can take, they're going to take that lead with this win. And the Cowboys are still in the hunt with that last win against, who they play, Washington. But I think the final score is going to be 21-14. Kind of ugly, but you never know. Matt Castle may have a good game. Patriots versus Texans. I can't see the Patriots losing 3 times in a row. I just can't. Once again, AFC East. I don't like any of the other teams in my division, but I'm going to have to blow the Patriots 35, Texans 17. They're going to reclaim the top seed in the AFC sooner or later. Finally, I normally don't do this, but because it's Monday night, I would choose the Giants versus Dolphins game. And I'm just going to say, I'm going to go based off of not my bias, but, an analyst's opinion. The Giants offense is too much for the defense of the Dolphins right now. Giants 35, Dolphins 21 from an analyst's point of view. Anyways, thanks for watching, and good luck to our teams, and shoot!